What's going on, guys? Riot here, and today we're doing a vlog. Oh my god, I haven't spoken into a camera in like a week. This is so weird. This is such an odd thing to get used to. I feel like I need background noise or something. It's so quiet in my room right now. So basically today we're addressing the issue of why I've gone so many days without a video, and it's basically because I almost died yesterday. Like, I was very freaking close. I mean, I really hate when YouTubers constantly title their vlogs with these insane titles that are so insanely blown out of proportion. Just people desperately trying to whore any possible views they can. But I promise you that's not what this is. Like, I was literally carried out in a gurney from the airport. Like, rushed to the hospital. It was freaking insane. So let me just try and just tell you guys what happened real quick while trying to like not stutter and like mumble through the entire thing. I just got off a plane. I got on the plane at like 8 p.m, landed in LA at 4 a.m, like time differences too, so it was like 3 hours ahead, so that was a factor. And then I just got home and it's like 5:30 a.m, just ate a donut, now it's 6, and I'm ready to do this. And before everyone comments, Riot, please get rest and all that, it's fine. I don't need rest. No one really needs rest. It's like, it's government propaganda because the government wants to steal all your sleep, awake time. Yes, this is the gibberish I was talking about. I've been having to take like a semi-lethal amount of Benadryl the past 24 hours just to make my face swelling go down. It was insane. Alright, so basically what happened was, I've been in Hawaii for the past week with my girlfriend. Her parents have a place in Kauai. It's been fun as shit. It's just been a great week. I mean, there's like, if you keep up with me on Instagram, you probably have known about this the whole time though, but basically, the day I was coming back, I don't know what the hell happened to me. I mean, I'm allergic to pollen, like, but that's like the only thing, and that'll just make me sneeze and my eyes will water. I don't even really consider that a heavy allergy, or not even an allergy really, because it's like, it barely affects my day-to-day. I pop a Claritin and I'm totally fine. But this was some otherworldly shit right here. This was, oh my god. Okay, so my girlfriend's dad drops us off at the airport. She dropped right when I get out of the truck from the airport. My eyes start itching. I hope I tell this story correctly because I'm so out of it right now. My eyes started itching right when I got out of the car. Which I'm thinking, like, my face was dry, everything was dry, I was sunburnt to shit. I was like, yeah, my eyes are probably just dry. That's all that's happening here. So while I'm working my way, within a minute of my eyes starting to itch, within a minute, I'm about halfway through the metal detector line because there's barely any line in the Hawaii airport. And right when I'm about halfway through, I start sneezing uncontrollably. I'm like, oh shit, so this isn't dry eyes, this feels allergy related. Like, this is like when there's a buttload of pollen in my face. But I didn't think anything of it there because I was like, yeah, who cares? Sneezing, watery eyes will be fine. I'll be on the plane in 5 seconds anyways. So then when I get finally through the metal detector, I felt like, I go up to my girlfriend, I was like, babe, is there something weird with my eye? Because I can't close it that well. And I had this huge ass bump forming. It looked like a giant pill capsule underneath my eyelid that was bulging out. Then within like 30 seconds of that, another one started popping out. So within like a minute of that, my eyeballs had completely swollen shut. Like, I couldn't even see out of them at all for the life of me. This was about 5 minutes after getting out of the car. So within 5 minutes, my eyes went from itchy to completely swollen. At that point, we went up to a security guard at the house or at the airport. We were like, yo, like a red flag, I might be having an allergic reaction, I don't know what's going on here. But as soon as I start, so this guy calls the EMTs over just to come like check me out, make sure everything's okay. As soon as this guy calls the EMTs, within like the 8 minutes it took for them to arrive there, my legs start folding. I couldn't stand anymore. I was like falling to the ground. I had to be carried over to a chair. And that's when everything else started getting crazy. Now, I'm not sure which happened first. I can't remember it exactly. I just remember this entire thing happened in like the course of 15 minutes, which was the scariest thing. I had no time to know what the fuck was going on. I had no idea what was happening. But while we're waiting for the EMTs, my throat starts closing. My nose had completely clogged. Like, there was no breathing out of my nose. It was pretty much, I sounded like this. My nose had never been that clogged in my entire life, and my throat started closing. And it got to the point where I legit, like, it was scary. For a good minute, my girlfriend was crying in the airport. We were both freaking out. I thought I was gonna die because the only person around, or the only motherfucker who I was talking to, was this. I mean, I hate to insult people, but the dude did not strike me as an intelligent person whatsoever. He's standing there, barely even like warning EMTs on his walkie-talkie. Could not give two shits less about the situation. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like my breath pretty much, it had gotten to the point where I was like just struggling to get any oxygen through my closing throat. And I was freaking out. I was like hyperventilating because I completely thought I was gonna close up and just slowly suffocate on this airport floor with like this Japanese family taking photos of me. I was so pissed. If I had any energy in me whatsoever, I'd have slapped the camera out of that dude's hands. Oh my god, I was like, you motherfucker, like, you're gonna take photos of me while I'm dying. This is some tourist shit for you? Sorry, I was so offended. I was like, oh my god, I wanted to kill that man. So I'm freaking out. My girlfriend's trying to hold back the tears. You could hear it in my throat. Like, I was legit about to die. So the EMTs get there, they get there after like 8-9 minutes, which was crazy. What else is crazy is they don't carry EpiPens on them. The EMTs don't carry EpiPens. They're like, the best we could do is try and keep you stable until the ambulance gets here. So they're like fucking trying to help my throat stay clear. They're pumping oxygen into me, like doing all these things to me, trying to help me stay calm till the ambulance gets here. By this point, everything had swollen up 1,000 times worse. My face didn't even look human. I could barely get any oxygen in there whatsoever. I had these insane hives all over my body, from my neck to like my stomach, arms. I looked like freaking Deadpool. Like, that's what I kept saying. Plus, I was like sunburnt, so I was peeling a little bit. The combination, I looked like fucking Deadpool. It was horrific. Like, I was like, what the fuck is happening to me right now? I'm not allergic. I like literally have a pollen allergy where it makes me sneeze. Like, I was like, what the shit? It's what the fuck? I was like freaking out in the back of the ambulance. So thank God the ambulance finally got there, because I wasn't gonna hang in much. Like, I stopped hyperventilating as soon as the EMTs got there though, which was really nice, because I was so relieved when I saw them. I was like, thank God you guys are here. Now I feel safe that if my throat does close, you guys could keep me alive until the ambulance gets here. So before you guys, it was just dipshit over here at his fucking walkie-talkie. He was doing just the biggest waste of space. I suppose he did get the EMTs, but all he had to do was walkie-talkie saying EMTs to the entrance, like freaking United Airlines, someone's dying. Like, that was all I don't know, man. The dude really let me down. That guy should be replaced by a machine. So I finally calmed down. I finally stopped which, by the way, when your throat's like barely, like I couldn't even swallow spit. That's how closed my throat was. It was insane. I was having to spit it out. I was like struggling to get it down there. The slightest drop of spit wouldn't go down my throat. But then I stopped hyperventilating once they pumped pure oxygen into me, and because I knew these guys could revive me. I was like, okay, if I go under now, I'm not gonna die. These guys could revive me. So a second later, the ambulance gets there. I was like, no, I could walk. I don't need to step on the gurney. Like, I don't need to be carried. I go to step up, and I completely collapsed on the floor. It was gnarly. So then they carried me onto the gurney, which was stupid, by the way, those gurneys that they put you in the back of the ambulance. I'm too tall for the fucking thing. I had to sit, like, Indian style on the gurney. Like, I couldn't let my legs hang over, because I was, like, kicking the guy as he carried me. I was like, that's silly. They need longer gurneys, man. Like, what these things for midgets or something? It was ridiculous. I was, like, falling off the damn thing. So at this point, I'm barely conscious. I could barely see anything, hear anything. I couldn't make words. I couldn't move. I couldn't do it. At this point, it was like I was nearing the end of my life. But it was okay though, because I was already on the gurney. Right when they put me in the back of the ambulance, they frickin' EpiPenned me. Now I have my own EpiPen. I'm bringing it with me anywhere in the world. EpiPenned me right there on the spot, you know, where they just jab it into you. And after that, I had like a liquid. They just were draining a liquid Benadryl into me to help, like, you know, fight the allergy reaction, which is pretty goddamn insane. The most horrifying thing out of all this is I have no idea what... Oh, my microphone fell. I have no idea what caused it. I have no idea what... Okay, so basically, this is like hours later from what I just recorded. When I knocked the microphone over, I didn't notice that I stopped recording, which is heartbreaking because now it's hours later. I'm pushing like 30-something hours awake now. This is actually getting kind of crazy. I don't know why I'm even torturing myself with this anymore. I'm just gonna try to remember what I was saying. So basically, just most people are saying this was either like something this serious allergy related. It has to be either like a peanut or a seafood related allergy. That's what everyone was saying. But there's like that's not like, if any of you guys are thinking that right now, it's just not true. Like, I have eaten every kind of nut, haha, testicle joke. But no, but I love like pistachios, almonds, cashews. I eat nuts all the freaking time. Haha, penis joke, damn. I keep saying gay jokes on myself. And then like seafood, like I eat seafood nonstop. In Hawaii just now, I had so many scallops, clams, sushi, crab. I ate all of them shits. So it can't be any, and like, I know what you're thinking, but you did just have an allergic reaction in Hawaii, Johnny. But it's like, I didn't eat anything for hours up until the reaction. There's literally, I have no idea what could have caused it. It's the craziest thing. It's never happened before in my entire life. Like, I have no idea what the shit, it's like weird. And then like everyone was saying, thank God you were at an airport or somewhere where there's EMTs and like hospital ambulances can get to quickly, because if this happened at home or just like even on the plane, I guess on the plane they were saying they do have EpiPens on the plane. So if someone goes into this kind of attack, you can just shoot them in the leg right there. But I guess if I was at home or on a hike, oh my God, I hiked so much last week. I could have, I don't know. It all depends on what the hell was causing the reaction. But just thankfully, and the EMTs and everyone at the hospital agreed with me. Thankfully, I was somewhere where they could get to me quickly, because I was becoming immobile very fast. I was dying for sure. So I'm trying to remember what it was exactly what I said before, but now it's, man, my mind, I'm losing my mind right now. It's slipping. I've just taken way too much Benadryl while I've been awake too, just because like my eyes, even when it was over, my eye swelling didn't go down for like at least 12 to 18 hours. I know there's a big difference between 12 and 18, but I think I slept a bit in that period. But it was like, it was just, this one stayed swollen shut long after all the other marks and everything went down. And like, I'm trying to remember what I haven't already said in this video. This is actually kind of difficult right now, retracing my steps. It's like, basically, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not just saying like, oh, I almost died just for the views and everything. Like, it was a combination of my throat closing and like the anxiety and like stress that it produces. It just equaled the biggest panic attack ever. Which, while my throat's closing, while having a panic, it just could not have made breathing out of my throat any more difficult. If like, it was just, I don't know. There was a good period where I thought I was gonna die, at least a 4-minute period where I was like really thinking I was gonna die on this airport floor. There was just no there was no way that my girlfriend trying to hold back her tears to keep me calm. The whole thing was so damn traumatic. So that's the freaky thing is, I'm like 24 years old and I've never had anything like this happen before in my entire life. That's all. I didn't even know it was allergies at first. Well, I kind of figured it was once I was sneezing and eyes itching, because those are like 2 main side effects of allergies, but anything like this has never happened to me before in my life. Freaking 24 years old, I thought I was completely fine as far as like lethal allergies go, because like there's I don't know, there's some crazy ass allergies out there. Like, I was just reading about some girl, hopefully I didn't already mention this in the video though, where she died because she kissed her boyfriend. Her boyfriend ate something with nuts in it like hours earlier. So like, there's people with that severe of allergies. I never thought I'd be one of them. I mean, no offense to you guys out there. I already have like 3 things inside me that I have to get checked up on so I don't die from those. Not to mention I have so many just past concussions, so many like just, oh my god, I have like, there's so much, I thought allergies, dude, I thought this was the one bullet I missed. But I don't know, there's still many diseases. Obviously, I'm super grateful for my life regardless. It's just like, damn son, I really could have done without having to carry this thing on me all the time, because I could just die. And I don't know what I'm allergic to. I need to get that test done like this week to find out what allergies that I can't be around, because that's the not knowing that scares me the most, man. In real talk though, the EMTs, because the thing is, the EMTs didn't have this. Like, I've probably already mentioned this in the video. Like I said, I recorded the first half of this video a few hours ago and my mind is completely scrambled eggs right now. But they did not, the EMTs did not have an EpiPen, and I'm thinking it's because they're super freaking expensive now, but I'm like, I don't know, man, it could be the difference between life and death, because they were just pumping oxygen into me, or just oxygen mask, just trying to keep me calm, just assuring me that if I did, like, throat close up and I couldn't breathe anymore, they'd keep me alive till the ambulance got there, which definitely helped me calm down a lot. But then the ambulance just shot me with one of these, and then, like, just kind of gave me an Benadryl dip, or drip, can't make words anymore, with, like, some sort of steroid just to help my lungs absorb it better or something like that. But it was like, man, what if my throat closed up? You guys, EMT should have these on them. That was bullshit. I mean, there was the ambulance did take a while. It felt like it took forever to get there. I'm sure it was just like a quick ride for the ambulance, but I don't know, man. When your throat is closing up and like you can hear yourself suffocating, barely squeezing air through there. It's so hard to stay calm. I don't know why I'm smiling so much right now. I think I'm just delirious. It's like I'm smiling way too much for this story, but it's almost making me feel like a bit of a psychopath, but I swear I'm just like delirious. I think this was the point in the video where I went on my slight little EpiPen rants, because this is bullshit. You guys might have heard of that one like pharmaceutical executive buying out whichever company owns the patent on these and just hiking the prices up like crazy. I can look up the dude's name and all that stuff right now, but I'm exhausted, and the dude, I don't know, I don't want to give him any more publicity. He's a huge piece of shit. I wish I could kick him in the dick. This stuff was crazy. It was like I bought the like, what's it called? Oh man, I can't remember the word. There's a word for it that Jesus Christ, my mind is melting. Synthetic! Oh my god, synthetic, such a simple word. I bought the synthetic version of the EpiPen because it's basically the same thing. The other one, even with my health insurance, was trying to charge me $750 for an EpiPen, and they only last a year anyways if you can't use it. So it's like it's like an extra $1,000 right there just out of nowhere just to keep this pen just to stay alive. It's like criminal as shit. Like I could get it, but like so many people out there, so many families I assume can't get it. This one though, this one only costs $350 and I got 2 of them, which is way better than one for $750 obviously, so that's cool. I have 2, so now like if anyone ever has that kind of attack in public and they're, does anyone have an EpiPen? I could like whip one out, like, yeah, I got one for both of us, dude. So that's pretty cool. At least I have that opportunity granted to me, but oh my god, I almost pulled this shit out, Jesus Christ. Okay, never mind. I might only have 1 shortly because I've been messing with this thing a lot. I'll put it back in its little tube. See, as far as what caused this, I keep trying to think back to what could have possibly caused this. Like, how the hell did I just go? Because we were in the car for about an hour, like in the back of a truck, like just in the back seat of a truck for about an hour on the way to the airport. It was totally fine. I was 24 years prior to this car ride, or this truck ride, totally fine too. And then all of a sudden, I get to the airport and my eyes just start to itch. Like, I actually asked my girlfriend's dad if he poisoned me. Like, I honestly asked him, because I was like, I know you probably didn't poison me. I don't know why you would. And he's like, I know, I like it. Like, that's her mom was like, no way, he likes you. I was like, yeah, that's exactly what you tell the police. Like, no, he loved Johnny. But no, I legit asked him because I was like, yeah, I felt completely fine until I stepped out of your truck and shook your hand. Right after I shook your hands, my eyes started itching, and within like 12-15 minutes of that, I was on the ground gasping for air. So, did you poison me, sir? Like, was there some sort of little poison wrap on your hand that you used to assassinate world leaders? But he said no. You know, it's like likely he'd say no, right? He's gonna confess to that kind of thing. No, but it's like, and he doesn't even use colognes. I don't know what the shit caused it. It was like some random deadly air particle that just floated into my path. It's like the freakiest thing ever. I literally was walking around. Hang on. Jesus Christ! I have my suitcase right here. This is how far I went with my precautions after I was hospitalized and I had to go back to that same airport the next day. I was like, fuck no, dude. Had one of these things going. I looked straight up like a civilian from China walking around. I looked pretty gnarly. Like, probably I looked like a bit of a red flag to stay away from. But luckily enough, half the airport people working there that day were there the day before too, and we're all just curious what the hell happened to me. They're like, yeah, I saw you get carried away with the shit. So no one got too suspicious when I was walking around looking like patient zero to some freaking zombie outbreak disease. See, I always feel really silly, and I always say always, because I always say always. I mean, I say always because I think it's like maybe a third video where I've discussed times I've almost died. This one's just the most recent, so it's like, because I'm probably gonna title it something about me dying, because it's just, I did almost die. Like, I was literally, as I was in the back of the ambulance, getting injected with the EpiPen was like the last remnants of my throat being open. It was terrifying. But yeah, because so many YouTubers, you know, those hilarious videos where someone like bumps into them on the street, they post like, I was mugged in New York City, just crazy shit like that, because it's really all you have to do is post like crazy clickbait. You think people would like police them and be like, don't do that, but for every person who argues against a YouTuber for posting clickbait, there's 1,000 who just don't care or notice. Like, I don't think I'll ever get into it. You can't really do it with gaming videos, because gamers catch on, they're not idiots, but like, vlogs and stuff like that, you could title anything in them shits. But I do legit consider this a near-death experience. I don't think I'm being a spammy turd right now. I was like hospitalized because I couldn't breathe. I think that qualifies as something crazy like that. And you know what's funny too? The next day I almost had like another near-death experience, but I don't consider it like a legit one. It was just scary as shit. Cause like we were in Hawaii. My girlfriend's parents own a house right on the beach in Kauai. Right in Kauai. And I almost just said the city. I don't want to get them like attacked or anything. But basically, we were out in the ocean right in front of their house, like on our last day, because like we rescheduled the plane. We were gonna go out the next day at 8:30. Like we're supposed to fly out the previous day at 8:30, so it was just 24 hours later. So we're swimming in the ocean, trying to just absorb the last bit of Hawaii we possibly can. When I get sucked into this damn riptide that was pulling me out like crazy. And the thing about the riptide that was really kicking my ass was I was full of liquid Benadryl they had coursing into my veins. And they had me taking another Benadryl like every 4 hours to help reduce the swelling. So I was so doped up, I could barely walk. I was like falling over, could barely make words. I was like, yeah, I'll go in the water, screw it. Sounds like a good time. And then just like, literally the water, as soon as I was at my waist, it just started pulling me back, and I was like losing ground, swimming as hard as I could, which I know you're not supposed to, it'll tire yourself out, but there was, I don't know, man. It was terrifying. Every time a wave would just pull me back 15 feet, I'd swim 10 feet forward, pull me back again, and I was just not gaining anywhere. But then finally, I don't know what the hell happened. I think I eventually went so far sideways that I hit a sandbar where I could stand, and then it just kind of rested, and then it walked my way against the current back to land. But it was freaky, dude. It was like, do not go in the water. Do not, riptides alone are scary as hell. But like when you're so drugged up from stuff from like the hospital that you could barely even speak, watch out for the ocean, because that would have sucked if I missed the freaking allergy death experience just to drown the next day. What's freaky is my girlfriend's neighbor, her parents' neighbor, like 3 houses down, had a son die like 2 years ago, almost exactly my age, in that exact spot. But what happened to him was there was 2 different riptides, I guess, colliding, which formed a bit of like a cyclone that pulled him deep. Like, heads up, you might want to cover your ears, because this next part's kind of gnarly for the next 5 seconds. But apparently when they found him, like an hour or 2 later underwater, his body was still turning in that same formation from like the riptide cyclone that had just spun his body underwater, pulling him down farther and farther. So So yeah, it's pretty damn crazy out there, actually. You guys gotta be careful in the water, especially if you're on a bunch of Benadryl, or painkillers, barbiturates, anything really. So yes, before you guys comment and ask, absolutely if I ever have to use this thing, I will for sure do it on video, because it's like crazy bad. It's not crazy badass, it's actually terrifying. It's just, you always see it in movies, and you're like, oh, like the only thing that qualifies even close to as cool as this as far as jamming a needle into something is an adrenaline needle in the heart to bring someone back to life. That's just all kinds of badass right there. But if I ever do have to use this, which I'm really hoping I don't, because I just don't like getting allergic reactions, it's just not fun. Even if I do have an EpiPen, it's still like gonna be super uncomfortable. But I'll probably have my girlfriend or someone record just right when I just pop the cap off and shoot it into my leg, because I feel like that'd be crazy to see. I don't know, I've never seen someone do that in real life before. So I will probably record it, but hopefully it'll never happen. Then again, I put off doctor's appointments like crazy, so I might never find out what I'm allergic to, and I might just blindly walk into it one day again. It's a complete possibility. Alright, so here's a good place to wrap up the video. You guys now understand completely what happened the other day, how I almost died, why I went so long without posting videos, and now that I'm back, and probably more delirious than ever, because I haven't slept in like 2 days, but I'll get some rest. I'm out of coffee anyways. I'm hoping I wasn't too redundant for you guys in that video. I apologize if I was. I kind of, again, like the video cut out halfway through when I dropped my microphone, so this is hours later finishing the same story, which is hard to do when you're just normally awake, let alone when you're like exhausted and hopped up on Benadryl, but I think I did a pretty good job. I think I might have. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smack that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in my ARC video in like 2 hours. Peace!